A secret hides deep beneath the lush Indonesian jungle, waiting to be unveiled, a secret buried in mystery and intrigue for centuries. Gunang Padang, an ancient pyramid, holds the key to unlocking the wonders of gripping culture. Join us on an exciting journey as we uncover the truth buried under its holy grounds, the awe-inspiring wonders, and the captivating narratives that await Gunang Padang's mystery discovery. In the Indonesian jungle, researchers discovered a structure that might change the history of mankind forever. Gunang Padang is nothing less than the oldest structure on the planet. Mount Padang lies in Indonesia's West Java province. Dutch conquerors found it in the early 20th century. Gunung Padang is located in the Karyamukti hamlet of Cianjur Regency, approximately 100 kilometers south of Jakarta. Gunung Padang is around 150,000 square meters in size and is thought to have been created more than 20,000 years ago, according to experts. When the first Europeans discovered Gunung Mount Padang in the early 20th century, they must have been astounded by the sheer magnitude of their old stone surroundings. Gunung Padang is a megalithic site with stone terraces that rise up to a central peak. The team claims that Gunung Padang is a sequence of multiple layers formed throughout successive historical periods, using a mix of surveying technologies such as ground-penetrating radar (GPR), seismic tomography, and archaeological digs. The structures are not only superficial, but also deeply rooted. The pyramid contains numerous levels, each with its own purpose, which researchers have yet to establish because excavations were stopped. The uppermost megalithic layer, composed of rock columns, walls, walkways, and spaces, stands 1 to 3 meters below the surface, above a second layer. This second layer, according to the researchers, was previously misconstrued as natural rock formation, but is actually another arrangement of columnar rocks, organized in a matrix structure. Below this, a third layer of organized rocks containing vast underground tunnels or chambers reaches as far as 15 meters deep, and this lies upon the lowest, fourth layer, which is formed of lava-tongue basalt rock that has been altered or carved by human hands. According to the researchers, early radiocarbon dating indicates that the first layer might be up to 3,500 years old, the second layer could be roughly 8,000 years old, and the third layer could be anywhere between 9,500 and 28,000 years old. Dr. Danny Hillman Nadawajaja, a geologist, found something unusual about Gunung Padang in 2011. The hill is a buried pyramid that might have been built between 9,000 and 20,000 years ago. There is also evidence of man-made chambers with carbon dating reaching back 26,000 years. If proven true, this assertion has the potential to change history and reveal a long-forgotten civilization. The global archaeological community was extremely critical of Hillman and his team. Critics and skeptics have suggested that the pyramid was formed by natural volcanic activity rather than man-made activity. Another opponent believes that the date must be mistaken, since no society in that area was capable of erecting such a site during the period the researchers were working. If Hillman is true, we may have to rethink the history of humanity. Much of what historians and archaeologists have said would be erroneous. It would imply that humans were capable of building intricate structures thousands of years earlier than currently thought. People think the prehistoric age was primitive, Hillman says, but this monument proves that wrong. Based on carbon dating, Indonesian geologist Danny Hillman Nadawajaja proposed that the site was erected as a gigantic pyramid 9,000 to 20,000 years ago by residents of an advanced ancient civilization. Other scientists questioned Nadawajaja's analysis. Sutikno Bronto, a volcanologist, proposed that the carbon dating findings had been impacted by weathering and concluded that the peak is the neck of an old volcano rather than a man-made pyramid. 34 Indonesian experts signed a petition challenging the Hillman-Arif team's objectives and techniques. Nadawajaja's results were labeled as pseudo-archaeology by archaeologist Victor Perez. Nadawajaja's findings grabbed the interest of Indonesian President Susilo Bambang Yudhoyono, who established a task team. Because of the participation of the country's president, an archaeologist who did not want to be identified stated, "In archaeology, we normally locate the culture first. Then, once we've determined the age of the artifact, we'll look for historical references to any civilization that existed during that time period." Only then will we be able to explain the artifact's historical significance. Lastly, they discovered something, carbon dated it, and then it appears that they invented a civilization to justify their discovery. Sundanese regard the location as sacred, believing it to be the outcome of King Siliwanji's attempt to build a palace in one night. Many researchers believe ancient people used it as a spiritual center or burial ground, but unfortunately, we may never know the whole story behind this mysterious pyramid. The evacuation was continued, and what the researchers discovered truly exceeded all expectations. In 7,000 years old layers of structure, the researchers discovered jewelry, pottery, weapons, and even coins, implying that these coins date back to around 5,000 BC. However, history tells us that the first coin age appeared in ancient times only around 600 BC, claiming that Indonesian coins are 4,000 years older. Some researchers explored different characteristics of a pyramid, such as its orientation according to particular cardinal points and its potential usage as a religious edifice. Gunung Padang translates as enlightened mountain, since tales among the locals said that it would provide light and knowledge. The Sunda King story is important in the case of Gunung Padang, adding an intriguing element of mystery to the site's historical tale. According to folklore, the Sunda King, a legendary king of the old Sunda kingdom, was buried below the depths of Gunung Padang. This narrative has fostered debate about the site's importance and link to ancient rulers. Archaeologists and historians have also been motivated to do more research and inquiry. Legends sometimes include fantastical elements and may contradict historical truths. The tale of the Sunda King lends an aura of mystery to Gunung Padang, luring explorers and researchers to dive deeper into its mysteries and unearth the truth that lies behind its old walls. At the moment, this appears to be a concern because new evidence has emerged from other parts of the world that human culture produced highly developed cultures before the last ice age. Göbekli Tepe in Turkey is an unexcavated mound that closely resembles Gunung Padang. In 1996, German archaeologist Klaus Schmidt noticed, like Danny Natawajara, that the apparently natural mountain was a structure during evacuations under the relatively recent ancient settlement on the hill. Archaeologists discovered many other structures dating from 9600 to 8200 BC. Among the most impressive finds are megaliths, 5.5 meters high and weighing 15 tons, showing strange symbols and representations of animals. These sites predated Stonehenge by 5,000 years, and once again we have to question how people were able to carve such stone blocks back then. We might get our answers in near future. Do you also think that the history of mankind is extensive, distinct, and far older than what is taught in textbooks? Our exploration into the deep depths of Gunung Padang has left us with more questions than answers. This mysterious location has revealed glimpses of a long-forgotten past, challenging our knowledge of history. It reminds us that there are still unwritten stories waiting to be uncovered, and it encourages us to keep investigating, questioning, and finding the truth concealed inside the ancient stones. What are your views on this pyramid? Do let us know in the comments section below.